And welcome, folks. Welcome to Let's Play MediEvil. In my opinion, one of the greatest games ever created for the PlayStation 1, released in, top of my head, 1998 I think this one was. What a great game. It's one of them games that you can just pick up and play. I have many memories of this game from over the years. I played it, I think, in the summer of 2000. I remember I got it from my local video game shop. Great memories.
In a time long ago, there lived in the kingdom of Gallowmere a sorcerer named
Zarok.
This arrogant, pitiless man hated his fellow citizens for their simple and peaceful ways. So he raised an army of demons and set out to take the realm for his own. The king's champion, Sir Daniel Fortescue, led the militia into battle against this unholy horde. Songs are still sung of how he spearheaded the charge deep into the accursed multitude, how demons fell before him like wheat before the scythe, and how at last, though mortally wounded, he destroyed the sorcerer utterly. Fortescue went down in history that day as the hero of Gallowmere, and a time of peace began, which was to last for 100 years. And then the sorcerer returned.
Not good. So our friend Dan here was a hero, kinda like me. You don't recognise it, folks, that little cutscene there? That's the opening from the game. All those, like, planets revolving. What is Zarok up to? He was looking in his spellbook at something called the Evernight. Whatever that is. What are you doing, Zarok? God, you've got a strange walk, old man. What is he doing? Oh, they're a handsome-looking couple. God. Ugh. So I feel sorry for that little girl. She's been zombified by this div. Resident Evil reference. You've got to love Sir Daniel Fortescue. I mean, come on. What always gets me about this game is that it reminds me so much of Tim Burton. I know people are going to see the obvious reference, which is that So Daniel Fortescue does look slightly like Jack from The Nightmare Before Christmas. But even so, it's just very Tim Burton-ish. I feel, anyway. I remember when I rented this game, I got quite far into it before I had to give it back. I loved it though. I remember though, at that time, I did used to cheat. I know, I used to cheat a lot on this game. Ah, now this is the famous militia charge. Ooh, headshot. Poor old Dan. Only person to get hit. Oh, he's got a nice smile though. Cover your ears, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me.
It has risen again. Sir Daniel Fortescue. See? The hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspire to turn the arrow fodder into the saviour of the day. But we knows better.
Well said, Dan.
Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance. A chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Sarok and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
And I assure you, Mr. Talking Gargoyles, I will. Now there's quite a few of them throughout the game, those talking gargoyle heads. I'll just show you the first thing. You can actually use your arm as a weapon. He just yanks it out of his socket and just thinks, right, I'm going to clobber you with my arm. How cool is that? And you can also throw it. Yes, folks. I won't be using that weapon very often, because that is our sort of, you know, our one to use should we get stuck. Now there's not much in Dan's crypt, this is just based at the training level. Got a shield as well, you can block. Although each time you block, your shield will take damage. Now there are actually hidden down here two secret. No, is there two or is it just one? Now here's one secret. See if I can show you. There you go. You can see it through there. But we can't get through there yet until we have something that can knock that wall down. But we don't have that yet. Thus we can't go down there. I picked up a life bottle. Life bottles are handy. Because you think you can collect about 10 of them in total. Perhaps it's more. Could be about 15. But what life bottles do is when your normal life runs out, if you've got a life bottle, it's automatically refreshed. So it's really handy to have. Second level, the graveyard, where the game really starts. Oddly, the graveyard is named after Fortescue himself. Die. Now that be seen there that there's a little chalice in the top right hand corner. Basically, the more enemies you kill, the quicker that chalice fills up. And what that does is, at the end of the level, if you manage to pick up the chalice, remember you can't pick it up until you've got it at 100%. You actually get a new weapon from the Hall of Heroes, but we'll get into that later. Time to die! Anybody else want some? No? Let's get a nice little special going here. Let's round them all up. That's not a bad start. 50% of the chalice complete. That's good enough for me. Now, money in this game is used to purchase supplies, believe it or not. Because you need supplies, for example, like more throwing daggers. should you want to use throwing daggers, but don't bother, they're useless. Unless you're terrible at this game, you can get like a new weapon after the first level. Ranged weapon, that is. It's not powerful, but even that second weapon you get is like better than the throwing daggers. Okay, 73%, that ain't bad. 75, sorry. Now you can see the chalice there, but we can't pick it up yet. This statue opens things. 80%, nearly there. Come on, enemies, I know some spawn here. Come on, uglies. 92, that's not enough. Can I hit anything from a ranged position? Ah, I didn't pick up the throwing daggers. What a div. Oh well, I'll have to go get it now. That was really stupid on my part. I could have got throwing daggers from the start of the game, but for some reason I decided I didn't need them. And there we go, the chalice can now be collected. The Hall of Heroes, there we go, the Hall of Heroes awaits. You don't even have to kill the rest of the enemies, really, unless you really want to. But if I were you, I would just get out of here now. Now this guy actually gives you supplies, should you need them. You need to buy them, of course. Just remember he's there, basically. Just recharge my health here. Be very careful of water in this game as well, because water is actually quite lethal to Dan. If it's deep enough.
Tread softly. Zarek awaits beyond these gates. The master meets with the demon from the mausoleum.
That sounds quite scary, the demon from the mausoleum.
Evil. Forgotten nobodies would be wise to make themselves scarce.
Who are you calling a forgotten nobody, you? I'm not a nobody, I'm a somebody. Hall of Heroes. Now we only get here if we've got the chalice.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes, where the bravest warriors from history spend eternity, feasting, singing, and arm wrestling. If they think you're worthy enough, you may be able to persuade them to give you a new weapon.
I love that bit. Singing, feasting, and arm wrestling. Now, poor old Dan, he's got a statue, but it's see-through, which means he's not a true hero. This guy apparently is, though.
Captain Fortescue, it's me, Canny Tim. Does the battle go well?
Oh, what a voice.
How I wish I could fight at your side again, sir. But hold, you could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and you can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners. I used it at the Battle of Gallowmere. After you were slain, I shot Zarek's champion, Lord Kardok. A clean kill through the eye at some 1,000 yards.
I don't know why I asked you this. It's like, well, why would you not accept the weapon?
Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone in the eye, sir.
Oh,
You get no respect, do you, Dan, old boy? So we now have the crossbow. It's the first sort of good melee weapon we get. You get throwing daggers at the very start, should you want them, but it's not that great. So anyway, as the game continues, we shall be getting more weapons, killing more bad guys, and hopefully elevating Dan to his status as a hero. But until then, and I'll see you next time.